This ain't working. That don't look right. That don't look right. Yo. This doesn't look right. So I'm to hold this up. Shout out to that one listener. I'm trying to sort out my screen. My screen's a bit. Alright, I don't want the background being in there too tough. Yeah, thank you for the like, man. Thank you for that like. Oh man. Thank you for that like. Check. Screen's alright. 3 people up in there. Smash the like button for us, please. We're gonna talk about this. I haven't been live for a long time. It's been a real long time since I've been live. And it's the first time in 2026 that I've been live. The very first time I've been live. And, you know, none other than himself, the Bronze Bomber, has returned to us and has graced the shores of the UK to give us various interviews. And there's one telling interview that everyone's talking about today. And that has brought me back onto the airwaves to do a live stream. Because I can remember some of my more interesting live streams, the ones that got the most engagement, were Deontay Wilder live streams. So, you know, we're going to do, as Deontay Wilder has gone viral again, we will go live. 4 people up in there. Smash the like button for us, please. Smash the like button. I'm on chat view, not as live chat. Okay. Oh, yeah. I couldn't see where the chat is. Yeah, what are you saying? Who's here? JJ, what's going on, man? My eyesight's... Let me see if I've got my glasses here. My eyesight. Oh, come on, man. Where's the chat? I can't see the chat properly. Come on. Show me the chat. There we go. Wilder's IQ is below room below room temperature. Mr. T, what's going on, man? Thank you for showing up to the chat. How do I keep the thing on? I'm using my new iPad I got recently, and I'm struggling to. No, all live messages. Okay, hold on a second. Yeah, he's mentally broken, man, for real. He's mentally broken. The guy's just contradicting himself all over the place. And I'm here to, like, draw back some of the old receipts. Some of the old receipts I put out there on my old channel. If my old channel was here right now, oh my God. I'm having to... I know, listen, you know when he come out and says that whole thing about the suit? When he was saying that... he was saying that he didn't say that about the suit. Straight away I said, no. I made a video about that a good couple of years ago, and I had the audio. I remember I used to troll, you know, his fanboys. You know who I'm talking about, innit? I used to troll his fanboys with that same audio. Because remember one time they had a conference. They had like a YouTube open panel, and they were like talking about the suit, innit? This suit that Wilder had, the suit that he came in with. And they were all adamant. He didn't say that. Who was it? Blue Blood, Drew Titan. Who else was there? I should even maybe mention these guys' names, man. One more person was Tay Jones, and they all were adamant. He didn't say nothing about. I should make a video again. I've got the video still somewhere. They'll say he didn't say nothing about the suit. He didn't say nothing about the suit. And then all of a sudden you hear the audio. Anyway, I got the receipt anyway, man. Have a listen. I'm going to give a shout out to a YouTube channel. It's called a guy called Henry, yeah? He put this video out here this morning. 6 hours ago. So he's got it all nicely done up. So I don't need to go and find it everywhere. But I'm going to give him a shout out to the channel's called A Guy Called Henry. He's a boxing channel. So go subscribe to him. But listen to this.
His coach, Jay Diaz, who said it was quite a heavy costume. He mentioned it in an interview.
I'm not sure, his legs didn't look great to me early on. I didn't think his legs looked like they normally look. And so I know he came to the ring and they're very, very, the outfit was very heavy. And I don't know if that had to do with it or if Tyson's a lot of weight to be putting on you as well.
And then this seemed to be something that Wilder just...
So that was JD's, yeah? That was JD's. And listen to, this is a Talksport interview. You're going to hear what Wilder says to Simon Jordan.
For you.
I didn't say that. You talked to you as well.
And then this seemed to be something that Wilder decided to roll with after the fight. Although he has since denied this in the Talksport interview just this week. He said...
You talked about your Game of Thrones outfit being too heavy for you.
I didn't say that.
You said it was too heavy for you.
I didn't say that.
Okay, well, I might be wrong.
So he's saying he didn't say that. He's saying he didn't say it. Twice he said he didn't say it. All right?
He was going to fight that way. That wasn't the Deontay that we've seen for 40-some plus fights. What do you think happened? Did he hurt
Listen.
you early on that
Listen to this.
the rest of the way?
No, he didn't hurt me at all. It was from the fact that, my uniform coming out was way too heavy for me. I didn't have no legs from the beginning of the fight.
And on top of this...
Do you hear that? I wish Simon Jordan had that clip on cue. So the minute he said I didn't say that, and he could say, hold on, play the thing. Play it and then put it to him and then see what Wilder has to say about that. Because the guy was just spouting a whole load of, I don't know, I felt secondhand embarrassed. I'm not even gonna lie. I felt secondhand embarrassed. The thing is, you know what? Shout out to Simon Jordan. We give Simon Jordan a lot of stick here, but he's done the one thing that a lot of journalists has not done out here. And that he stuck it on Wilder and said to him, what's going on? We want to know. He didn't want to talk about Fury. He'd been talking about Fury to all these other people, all these other media channels and outlets and whatever. And then, he didn't want to talk about it to Simon Jordan because he knows deep down in his mind, Simon Jordan's going to press him. Sorry, I'm struggling to see the comments, man. Shout out to everyone that's up in here, though. I'm struggling to see the comments in here. That gives me fatigue. Listen, shout out to everyone that's up in here, man. But Wilder just cannot answer the question. When Simon Jordan's saying, so what then? What is it? He goes, I have the proof. He has the proof. So what is the proof? What was it? Where's the proof? That's all we want to see. That's all. Listen, Tyson Fury has his fans in this country, in the UK. He has his fans. He has his supporters. And he also has his detractors, people that don't like him. But I'm sure everyone stands together when Wilder says, oh, he cheated. There's a lot of people that want to back Wilder. I'm sure even if he had some credible evidence, Simon would have been like, okay, let's have a look at this. Some people want to believe him, but he has nothing. I think he's just clutching at straws. He has nothing at all. He says when his documentary, whatever he called it, comes out, everything's going to be revealed in his documentary. So I'm eager to see this documentary. And not only that as well, he says that Tyson Fury should sue him. And I'm like, surely if he cheated and you got the proof and the evidence and the facts, because he says he's got facts, surely you should sue him, Mr. T, what'd you say here? I can't even read that. Documentary, whatever. I don't even know what he called it. But this is interesting, man. Wilder's, I don't know what's going on with him. Is he right in his mind? I mean, he's connecting. I mean, some of the stuff he's talking is just, it's not making no sense, man. Is this dude actually right in his mind? I was listening to a video earlier on. He was talking to the general, the general, 78. And we'll play a little bit of the general and Wilder. We hear what you have to say. This was before I believe this was before the whole bust up, you know, so he's yet to come on to cry to them lot about what happened. Because it felt like he was crying last night. He felt like he threw a massive tantrum and burst into tears. And Derek Chisora, shout out to Derek Chisora. Derek Chisora's just sitting there lapping this whole thing up, egging it on, lapping the whole thing up. Because he's just thinking, do you know what? This is like a... This is promotion for my fight. I don't even... Simon Jordan did Derek Chisora's job for him. You know what I'm trying to say? His job is to try and rattle Wilder in a you know, head to head or a press conference or an interview. He didn't have to do anything. Simon Jordan did Chisora's job for him, and Chisora's just sitting down there egging it on, thinking, yeah, do you know what? This is getting exciting. You know, they're going back and forth. It's going to get views. It means I'm going to get more money. You know, Chisora's just lapping it up, and you know, old emotional Deontay Wilder just keeps ranting on about stuff that just is not relevant to what the question is not. What Wilder was talking was not relevant to the question Simon Jordan asked. Is there racism in this world? Yes. In Alabama? Yes. In the UK? Yes. But it's not relevant to what he was talking about. We're talking about Tyson Fury. So listen, let's have a listen. So I've queued it up now. We got the General, and Wilder's on here talking to the General. And I found this pretty interesting. So let's have a quick listen.
Show the world that we would not surrender. We would not give in. We will continue to fight to this day, baby. You understand me?
All day.
So many wanted us to give up. So many wanted us to give in. Wanted us to quit. They tried to humiliate me in front of the world, thinking that
Wilder, I think you humiliated yourself, brother.
That would hide my face. Thinking that would do. They cheated me out of my belts. They cheated me.
So you see how he's on 78 saying they cheated me. He'll talk to 78, but still, 78 won't ask him how he did it. 78 will stay there and say, oh yeah, they cheated on Wilder. They cheated Wilder. But you listen to him and he won't even say, but how? How did he do it? How did Tyson Fury cheat you? This is all we want to know. If you've got a credible, you know, story here, I'm sure the rest, you know, the content creators will get on the back of it and they'll start making content if Wilder has some credible information, you know what I mean? But if it's just talking, it's just lip service. Try and see the comments, man. I can't see the comments up in there, man. Man, flipping hell. Man, I don't have to work the comments on this thing, man. But anyway, let's continue with this 78 and Wilder. Listen.
It was white supremacy with the referee against the thinking that would hide my face. Thinking that would do. They cheated me out of my belts. They cheated me. They used white supremacy with the referee in the fight.
They used white supremacy with the referee against. How? Because of the 10 count.
To count slow, talking about his obligation was to do what was best for boxing.
Right.
Nah, that wasn't it. That wasn't it. And I tell people, like I said on the thing, how many times? Yeah. Nah, I ain't gonna even get into it because we ain't mentioned them. I ain't gonna get into all that. I ain't gonna get it. It ain't no need. It ain't no need because it's a brighter day. It's a different time, man. I was just talking about how they tried to bury me, you know. And this is the industry. You understand me?
Wilder's talking about stuff that I don't even understand. They tried to bury me. They cheated me. They took my belt. I think Wilder's living this in his own head. I think he's actually living this in his own mind. Let's have a look at some of the comments. You're funny. Baldy, have no hair. I've heard that so many times before, and I'm cool. Don't worry about it, brother. I'm fine. I'm fine with my baldness. Absolutely. How's the weather? How's the weather in Africa? I don't know, because I'm in the UK, mate. I'm in the UK. Why am I here? How did I get here? I was born in England. Okay, here we go. I was born in England, that's why. I was born in England, North London. That's why I'm here. You want to be funny about it? You can let him until he crosses the line. Until he crosses the line, don't block him. Until he crosses the line. If a dog's born in a stable, does it make it a horse? No, it makes it your mum. That's what it makes it. It makes it a bitch, and that's probably your mum, you know? So anyway, look. Yeah, someone get him out of here now. I've had enough of him. I'm going to go back and forth with him, you know?
I said to this day.
So yeah, Deontay Wilder. I think he thoroughly embarrassed himself. I think he thoroughly embarrassed himself in this whole interview with Simon Jordan, and I think he knew what to expect when he went in there. You know, when he went in the Talksport studio, he knew what to expect, and that's why he didn't want to talk about Tyson Fury. Oh, sorry, that's my smartwatch. And ultimately, I think, you know what it's done? I personally think this is Derek Chisora's fight right now. Because I think Wilder's now rattled. I think Simon Jordan rattled Wilder for Chisora. Not like he done it deliberately, but he's rattled now. You know? And I think that's it. You can't get out of that mindset now. I think Wilder's done, to say the truth. Yeah, he never disappoints, does he? Jacob, shout to Jacob, man. He never disappoints Wilder. Is that Bruce Gas Boxing, Jazz and More? I believe so. Yeah, shout to you, bro. Much respect. I ain't seen you for a while, man. I ain't heard from you for a while. Yeah, he's going to get knocked out. What's going on, Shutters? I'm struggling with these comments, man. I don't know how to keep them on the... What's going on, man? Let me see if I can find out how to do this. Chisora going to stop Wilder. Yeah, I've got Derek, man. You know what? Do you remember when this fight? I know the fight was meant to happen years and years and years ago, but I don't know if you remember, like 3 years ago. I can't remember. I think it was when Chisora beat. Hang on a second. I think my front door's. Someone's on the door. No, it's not. It's my neighbour. It's my neighbour. Yeah, Derek Chisora beat, what was it guy's name? Gerard Washington. I think Chisora beat Washington, and after the Washington fight, he was calling for Wilder, and everyone was saying, "Nah, man, Wilder's gonna kill him. Are you crazy? How can you put Chisora in there with Wilder?" I mean, this was just after Wilder lost. I believe he lost to Tyson Fury the third time. I think it was out of Chisora. I think everyone was trying to get him to fight Chisora, and he ended up fighting Helenius. And then he knocked Helenius out in the first round. And everyone's like, oh, Wilder's back, Wilder's back. Derek's gonna put his head down and walk forward, swinging like a windmill, and Wilder will not have a clue what's going on. Good night, sweet prince. Got it. If Chizzy puts Wilder on the back foot, he will stop Wilder. Yeah, I think he will do. I found a video of Wilder saying the suit was too heavy, Outlaw. Yeah, I just played it. Let me play it again. Let me see if I can find it again. I literally just played it. I don't know if anyone heard it. I don't know if you never heard it properly. Let me see. Hang on a second. Let me see if I can find it here quickly. One sec. Don't you just hate YouTube adverts? So annoying, man. I don't subscribe. Oh, here we go. One sec. Here we go. I knew the video. Listen, I have the audio on one of my videos on this channel. On this channel, on one of my videos, I have one of my early videos. I've got this audio because I was trolling you know, his fanboys with this audio. Have a listen. Shit. Oh, man. Sorry, one sec.
Plus fights. What do you think happened? Did he hurt you early on that affected you the rest of the way?
No, he didn't hurt me at all. It was from the fact that, my uniform coming out, Kevin, was way too heavy for me. I didn't have no legs from the beginning of the fight.
And on top of this...
There you go. Shout out to a guy called Henry, YouTube channel, boxing channel. You can go and listen to his videos. He's actually got a very good breakdown. His video is really, really well broken down. He's got all the receipts in there from, like, basically he goes back and he tells you a little story from the beginning, how it all started. He does a quick little summary of it. And then he's got all the receipts in there, man. All the receipts. So I'll play it again for you. For those that didn't hear properly, I'll play it again.
Talking about it.
I mean, you knew that he was going to come forward and come at you. He said he was going to fight that way. That wasn't the Deontay that we've seen for 40-some plus fights. What do you think happened? Did he hurt you early on that affected you the rest of the way?
No, he didn't hurt me at all. It was from the fact that my uniform coming out, Kevin, was way too heavy for me. I didn't have no legs from the
There you go.
beginning of the fight.
And on top of...
Didn't have no legs. From his uniform was too heavy. There you go. My uniform was too heavy. That's what you said. I never had no legs when I came out for the fight. Someone spiked my water. Yeah, you know the whole rest of it, man. You know the rest of it. Hang on a second. Let me have a second.
He was so eager to do it. I had somebody on the draw my right. That shit. People don't understand. Martin saved my life. Because if you knew Deontay Wilder, people knew me, they'll know that if I'm gonna draw my sword, I'm gonna live by that sword and I'm gonna die by it. Right. So he knew that. When he did that, he already had orders not to do that. He even had somebody on the field side to tell him, man, throw the towel in. They got a rematch. Throw the towel. He was so eager to do it. Right. Because I believe he was part of it, bro. Mm-hmm. He was part of it. And even more so, I think he got something to do with my water as well, too. This is my beliefs, because he was the only one handling my water.
He seems to be claiming here that...
Yeah. So there we go. The Watergate. Remember Watergate?
And you can see from the...
Wow. There's a few... here we go. This is what I was going to say. Listen to this. Listen to this now. Deontay Wilder, when he was in the Talksport studio, yeah, and he was arguing with, what's his name? Simon Jordan. And he says, I have to prove. I got facts. He should have showed him the dent on his head. He said, Simon, I have the proof. Look at the dent on my head.
Why his face was so bruised. Why in this fight he was so much more affected by fury.
And it left a dent in my face as well. My face swelled up in an headway form. And it left a dent in my face as well.
I mean, this is easily explained in that Fury...
I'm sure you lot remember that. Listen, got people worried about my bald head, man. My bald head. Yeah, if my bald head offends some people, yeah, it's offending. If it's offensive to some, the ladies love my bald head. Trust me. I'm comfortable with it anyway. If it's offending some, I'll keep the hat on. So anyway, let's just play this one more time, yeah? One more time.
Why his face was so bruised. Why in this fight he was so much more affected by Fury's power.
I highly believe you put something hard in your glove. something the size and the shape of an egg weight hits the reason why the side of my face swelled up in an egg weight form. And it left a dent in my face as well.
I mean, this is easily explained.
Oh God! Wilder's a gift that doesn't stop, that never stops giving.
The situation in the back with
One of his own trainers being in the room when his hands were being wrapped.
Let's
This
have a quick
was his
listen.
answer.
you know, I understand the situation in the back with the gloves and stuff like that. Sometimes you can just be inexperienced. You know, Jay is unexperienced with the gloves and knowing what to look for.
Jay is unexperienced. Wilder, what's going on with his language, man? Inexperienced, bro. Not unexperienced. What's this guy talking about?
The situation in the back with the gloves and stuff like that. Sometimes
What he's doing now is he's covering for JD's. After he just threw Mark Breland on the bus, he's now trying to cover for JD's.
just be inexperienced. You know, Jay is unexperienced with the gloves and knowing what to look for and stuff like that.
As far as I know,
Why would you put an inexperienced person in Tyson Fury's change room to inspect his gloves when you know he's a cheater? Why would you do that? That's stupid. That's negligent. It's stupid. Why would you said you know the guy's a cheater, yeah? Why would you send JD's in there? Why would you send JD's in there? Fury beat him, Parker broke him, Zhang turned him into a spinning top. Egg weight 4, man. Yeah, egg weight 4, man. You should have shown Simon the dent, man. Simon, look at the dent on my head, man. You hit me with an egg weight. That's all he should have said. He hit me with an egg weight. Oh, man. Wowzer, man. You know what? This has definitely brought a lot more interest into this fight because I wasn't really that interested in this fight, to tell you the truth. Because I felt like it was a few years too late. But Wilder's outburst has definitely brought some spark to this fight. Now I'm interested and start doing some, content on it. And, anything new that comes out, I'll be putting out some content on it. And yeah, I think the Bronze Bomber's back. The ayahuasca has officially worn off and the old Don Deontay Wilder's back. But let's see if he fights like the old Wilder. He's past his sell-by date, JJ, here. Egg weight, something like a shape of an egg weight. Egg weight. My dent's like an egg weight form. Oh, man. Deontay. I'm just trying to find some more stuff here. All right, then, yeah. Listen, let's break down the actual interview. I'm going to play the actual interview that, what happened earlier on. Play from my own channel. Let me give a shout out to the Outlaw Pugilist, yeah? It's a great channel. Go subscribe to his channel. Anyway, I'm going to play this.
I wanted to move you on to Tyson Fury.
I don't want to talk about him.
No, you're going to.
We're here about.
No, but you're going to.
We're not going to.
The autopsy. The autopsy. I got to start again. Let me start again. Yeah, shout out to everyone that's up in there anyway. Smash that like button for us, please. Anyway, look. Let me start again now. Go again. Put the volume up now.
I wanted to move you on to Tyson Fury.
I don't want to talk about him.
No, but you're going to.
We're here about.
No, but you're going to.
We're not going to talk about him. We're not going to talk about him at all. Understand that?
No, fair enough.
All right, then. So let's move on. It's all about Derek Chisora. That's it.
I understand that. You've called him a cheat. And it leads me
The biggest in boxing.
That's like.
First off, why was Deontay Wilder? This has been cut, yeah. But why was Deontay Wilder sniffing like that? He was sniffing, like mad sniffing. Like, I know the footage has been cut, but possibly was something else cut. I don't know, but he was mad sniffing anyway. But another thing, anyway. Let me get off of that. Another thing. He said he didn't want to talk about Tyson Fury. And then Simon Jordan said, yes, we are. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. I can see the comments coming through. Yes, we are. And then he said, no, we're not. We're not going to talk about Fuji. And that's how he flipped. He just went into one. Look, I'm going to play again. He play again. He went into one. Like, imagine, after a couple of... he got on one. Listen to him.
I wanted to move you on to Tyson Fury.
I don't want to talk about him.
No, you're going to.
We're here about
No, but you're going to.
We're not going to talk about him. We're not going to talk about him at all. Understand that?
No, fair enough.
All right, then. So let's move on. It's all about Derek Chisora, and that's it.
I understand that. You've called him a cheat. And it leads me
The biggest in boxing.
That's like...
He's wiping his nose. I don't know. He might have a cold or something, man. But imagine Wilder when he gets pissed off. Imagine Wilder a couple of years ago when he looked like, you know, when things weren't going right for him and he come home and he was pissed off and Telly Swift wouldn't... That's all I'm going to say. It doesn't look good. That's all I'm going to say. The way the guy just flies off the handle off of something just so little. Let me go and get a drink. It don't look good. It doesn't look good. Okay. We're going to dissect this thing now. Shout out to 11 people that are still up in there listening. And check my vaporizer. See what I got inside it. It's done. It's done. Fuck it. Okay.
And those fights were lost. Kind of disappointing.
About Derek Chisora, and that's it.
I understand that. You've called him a cheat. And it leads me
The biggest in boxing.
That's like a little bit flaky.
This is Wilder's mistake. He said he wasn't going to talk about Tyson Fury, and then Simon Jordan pressed him, and then eventually he broke and started to answer questions. That's the mistake. He should have just stuck by his gun and said, I'm not talking about him. I'm not talking about him. I'm not talking about him. And he should have said, listen, I've told you 3 or 4 times already, if you continue to mention Tyson Fury's name, I'm just going to get up and walk out. It's up to you. And if he says it one more time, I get up and walk out. That's it. That's all he had to do. And it would have been less drama. He would have looked less emotional, like very emotional Wilder. Like he can't control his emotions and that. I don't know why that is. Anyway.
You lost those fights. And those fights were lost. Kind of disappointing to me.
You say what you want. I know the truth. I have the facts.
Okay.
Understand that. You think your life has been like mine?
Listen.
Has your life been like mine? Wilder, you seem like you got a pretty good life from where I'm sitting right now. You had to work hard to get to where you are, and that's the credit I'll give you for that. Yeah, you had to work hard, but doesn't every other sportsman in your field have to work hard to get anywhere near where he's got? And not only that, he was protected. I don't give a shit. I'll say it as it is. The man was protected. As a heavyweight champion, he was protected. Right? He didn't have to go through no murderer's row or fight any tough opposition up until he faced Tyson Fury. And Tyson Fury, you know, I mean, there were guys, we expected him to face the likes of Dylan White. We expected him to face Anthony Joshua. Those are the 2 guys we expected him to face. He still hasn't faced them to this day. No pun intended on that. But, I don't know. I think he was protected. He keeps thinking that he's had a hard life. Like, if you've had this hard life, tell me. Like, tell us what it is. I live in the UK. I'm not going to sit here and say that my life's been very, very hard or very, very easy. But I've faced the same struggles that most people in my age group growing up in the 1990s, early 80s and late 80s, 1990s in the UK has faced. You know what I mean? I faced it all. Racism, skinheads, NF. That was when I was really little, so young, very early, like, you know, teens. Not even that. Like, then obviously growing up, London changed to be a bit more multicultural. Went through gang violence, you know, stuff like that. North London, East London, all that type of stuff. Through the 90s, early 2000s, 2002. If any of you guys know North London, 2002 was a bit of a mad place. You know, we've all faced it. You know, knives, guns, drugs, pimps, pushers. We've all seen it, done it, lived it. I mean, life's hard, you know. I got relatives back home that never had no electricity, never had no toilet, no running water. You know, some of them had to walk miles to get water and stuff like that. Obviously, later on in life, we've looked after and built houses and infrastructure back home. And what's Wilder talking about, man? The man's a multi-millionaire. What's he talking about? For real, what are you talking about, bro? Let me continue this anyway.
About David Chisora, and that's it.
I understand that. You've called him a cheat. And it leads me
The biggest in boxing.
That's like a little bit flaky. You lost those fights, and those fights were lost. Kind of disappointing to me.
You say
about
what you
because
want. I know the truth. I have the facts.
Okay.
Understand that. You think your life has been like mine?
Listen,
But you got white privilege, brother.
Oh, don't start.
I ain't never had that.
Don't start my
I'm a black man with dark skin. Ain't nothing ever been given to me. We done been through so much. So much.
Nothing ain't been given. Listen, nothing ain't been given to me. What makes you think that someone's got to give you something, bro? I've been taught to go out and get. You got to go out there and get what you know. And he, to an extent, he's done that. He's gone out and got, you know, the heavyweight title. He had that mentality at one point in his mind. Otherwise, he wouldn't have been a champion. But I don't know, something's happened to him. From when he became champion, something's happened to him. I don't know what it is, man. But he seems to think that someone owes him something. Nothing's been given to me. What are you on about? What are you on about, man? He's done all right. He's done all right. I mean, his contemporaries, Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, those are the guys that, you know, were the top guys around when he was the top guy. And they've made a lot more money than he has. But nobody told him to refuse the 120 million. He did that on his own. He refused the 120 million. I think he's just salty because he knows he's missed out on a lot of money over the years. Apologies, one sec. How do I mute this, man? I don't even know how to mute this. I don't know how to mute this. One sec. All right, anyway, go on. Give me a sec. I'm back. Sorry, I'm back. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna. Okay.
listen, like a little bit flaky. You lost those fights, and those fights were lost. Kind of disappointing to me.
You say what you want. I know the truth. I have the facts.
Okay.
Understand that. You think your life has been like mine?
Listen,
You got white privilege, brother. I ain't never had that. I'm a black man with dark skin. Ain't nothing ever been given to me. We done been through so much. So much.
You wanted to move on, right?
Yeah, man. Try to give you a vision, a little insight of what we go through as black people, man.
I got it.
You know, you don't get it.
Well, okay.
None of y'all get it.
Where do you want me to go?
What is it we don't get? This is what he needs to explain. What is it he's not getting? What is it? Please explain. He won't explain. Why is White Wilder wearing his pajamas? He won't explain, man. This is what I'm trying to say. This is what really hurts my head sometimes. He won't explain. Come on, explain. Explain. It's like when Radio Raheem said to him, explain. And he goes, what do you mean, man? What do you mean explain? My people, not your people too? He didn't say that. He just asked you to explain. And that's when he started doing all this to this day business and all that shit. But, you know, he dragged Radio Raheem under the bus when he did that. And this is all because the man talks a lot but doesn't explain. And then he's got this little saying that he says, what's understood doesn't need to be, I don't know, whatever it is. What's understood doesn't need to be explained. Multi-millionaire moaning about white privilege. Damn, seriously. Wilder, we can swap bank accounts, and me and Wilder can swap bank accounts, and he can really complain about privileges. How about that? You have really something real to complain about. Anyway.
You don't get it. And that's the problem. You think you get what you don't understand.
Okay.
Why is it so hard? Man, let me get the
Why is it so hard? What do you mean, why it's so hard? To explain. Explain. You don't get it. Now it's time to explain. Nobody's going to press Wilder on this and say, well, Wilder, you said it's so hard you don't understand. Can you explain what you mean? He won't explain it. He will not explain it. He won't explain it, man. Anyway, look. I think I'm going to draw this to an end. Tyson Fury's fighting Aslanbek Makhmudov very soon.
got it over the line, and I'm absolutely psyched. Ready today to fight. Come on! The Mac is back. April, UK. I've been away 4 years. I've been away for a while, but I'm back now. And I also brought the biggest streaming platform alive along with me. Who else could bring that to Britain? Come on! And the year we have planned. Oh my God, this is just the tip of the iceberg.
Yes, anyway, that's Tyson Fury. He'll be facing Aslanbek Makhmudov in a few months' time. 4 years. JJ, that got me as well. I put that, as someone messaged in my comment section. I said it in the video. I said, 4 years? What do you mean 4 years? And apparently, it's been 4 years since he's fought in the UK. That's what he means. He hasn't fought in the UK. It's been 4 years since he's fought in the UK. So, yeah, that's what it means anyway. But, yeah, Tyson Fury will be fighting soon. Derek Chisora and Deontay Wilder's just got interesting. Legacy, shout out to you, thanks for showing up to the chat. That's just got interesting. And I don't know, I'm sure it's going to do big numbers. Derek Chisora versus Deontay Wilder right now. After what's happened, I believe it's going to do very, very good numbers. Derek knows it as well. That's why he was stirring the pot. It's going to do some great numbers. And it'll be interesting. So there'll be a lot of content coming and coming before that fight and after the fight as well. Hopefully the fight goes well. There'll be a lot of content to dissect. Listen, if Deontay Wilder, let's just say, because Wilder believes he's going to beat Chisora. Obviously, he has to. He's a fighter. He believes Chisora is just a warm-up fight for a Usyk fight. Neither do you, bro. Yeah, neither do you, bro. Man like G, neither do you, bro. Wilder, let's just say Wilder believes that Derek Chisora is a warm-up fight for his Usyk fight, for the fight with Usyk. Because remember, he was supposed to fight Usyk. And that fight hasn't materialised. I think a lot of the fans weren't happy about that fight, to tell you the truth. And so now talk obviously a Derek Chisora fight, it's a more reasonable fight for Deontay Wilder. Should he beat Derek Chisora? I mean, this is not concrete. It hasn't been even spoken about, but I'm saying it. Should Deontay Wilder beat? I don't think he's going to beat Derek Chisora. Personally, I don't think he's going to beat Derek Chisora. But if he does, let's just say he winds back the clock and he somehow knocks Derek Chisora out. Personally, he wants to make some money. He calls out Dillian Whyte straight away. Says, Dillian Whyte, you're next. Yeah? Dillian Whyte is not looking great at the moment. His last fight, he wasn't looking great. We don't know what Dillian Whyte's going to look like in his next fight. He lost to Atuma. He had a bad fight with Tete. Very horrible fight with Tete. So I'm sure Wilder will be eyeing him up and thinking that would be a good payday for him. That will definitely do the O2 Arena as well. If he could become victorious against Derek Chisora, I would advise a Dillian Whyte fight. And look, if he can beat Dillian Whyte and Chisora, then I say the Anthony Joshua fight's back on. The Joshua fight's back on, right? Obviously, if Tyson Fury can get past Makhmudov, they say Team Fury is saying they've got a surprise. If that fight's done, they say they've got a surprise fight for the fans. So we don't know what they got up their sleeves, but I'm just saying Wilder's got plenty of fights, and he's got plenty of fights in the UK, and he can definitely make some good money in the UK to take back to the US. Derek Chisora obviously being first, Dillian Whyte I would say second, and if he could beat Dillian Whyte, an Anthony Joshua fight would be good. Anthony Joshua fight, and listen, if he can come through an Anthony Joshua fight, come through it unscathed, and still be, still have his faculties about him, wouldn't we like to see a full fight between Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder in England? How about that? If he can get through, Deontay Wilder's got Chisora, he's got Dillian Whyte, he's got Anthony Joshua, and if he can get through all three of those, or maybe even if he doesn't get through Anthony Joshua, he can still have a full fight with Tyson Fury, because Tyson Fury's up for it. I remember Tyson Fury said he doesn't mind fighting Wilder 20 times. I goes, me and Wilder are always going to fight. We're going to have another one. Tyson Fury did say, way back in the day, after he beat Wilder the third time, goes, me and Wilder are going to have another one. You're supporting Wilder to go all the way. Rather see Fury and AJ. I want to see Fury and AJ, definitely. But somehow Wilder's got to be, I'm not saying a part of it, but I'm just saying I don't know how it's going to work out, but however it works out, if Wilder can beat Chisora, then I'll say fight Dillian Whyte, and then, fight Dillian Whyte. And then, look, while he's fighting Dillian Whyte, maybe we can have Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, main event, Dillian Whyte versus Deontay Wilder, co-main event. That'd be great, because it'll be winner fight winner. The winner of each of those fights will fight the winner. Hopefully, Anthony Joshua will beat Wilder, and hopefully Anthony Joshua will beat Wilder. I think Anthony Joshua will beat Wilder personally, but if Wilder was to win, he can definitely get another fight with Fury. But even if Joshua was to beat Wilder, I still think a Wilder versus Fury fight would still be interesting. Yeah, so that fight should have happened a long time ago. AJ versus Fury, that just happen. It should happen years ago, man. So anyway, I'm going to draw this to an end. If any of you guys got anything to say on the matter, I think it'll be a great little an elimination, kind of like a tournament, mini tournament. We'll get if Deontay Wilder can come through Derek Chisora, which I don't think is going to happen. He's got something to look forward to if he can do it. And a Dillian Whyte, after Dillian Whyte, AJ, win, lose or draw, AJ, I'll say he should fight Fury. If he can beat the two of them, Dillian Whyte and Chisora, then I'll say the next two fights are on. Win, lose or draw, the next two fights are going to be big fights for him. That's what I would say, personally. From my opinion, my humble opinion. 12 people up in here. If you haven't smashed the like button, please do so. I'd appreciate it. I don't think I've got much more to say. I have a little bit, but I just don't want to run on for too long. But anyone seen Triple D? No. Wilder versus Harrison 2. You reckon what? Nah, man, I don't want to see that. Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury for Batman belt, the Batman belt, Ring Magazine Batman belt. Wilder never gives up the battle to win again. Yeah, I suppose so. That's good. That's a good thing. Is Triple D still grounded? I ain't got a clue. Do you know what? I'm going to get my StreamYard back on. I'm going to start going on my laptop, and I can start playing clips from my laptop rather than having to show stuff from my mobile phone. I'll be going live soon, so I've noticed a bit of an engagement. I don't know if it's the whole Deontay Wilder thing, but it's a bit of an engagement, so I might start going live again. So, yeah, anyway. I'm looking forward to this fight anyway. This Wilder versus Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez. Who's Canelo Alvarez? Have I missed something? Kevin Jeans, what's going on? Hi. The lives are funny. Thanks, man. I don't try to be funny. I just myself, really. That's just me being myself. I think if I tried, it wouldn't be funny. But you find it funny, it's good. It's all good. Legacy. I think Deontay Wilder didn't like retiring with the idea of back-to-back losses. So he wants to retire after another knockout win. Yeah, I suppose so. That'd be for any fighter would want that, yeah. Especially a fighter of his caliber, knocking out so many opponents. He's going to want that, innit? I want to see Wilder lose, but he's entertaining. What's a nutter? What a nutter. Listen, Wilder needs to prove he's got that knockout power and he can do it to top opposition, because he hasn't really knocked out anyone of great note. You know, people are now saying his power's overestimated. You know, he's been overrated. Big Baby Miller. You want me to give my take on Big Baby Miller? On the weekend, I was sitting down in my front room watching the boxing. And, I was just chilling, watching it here now and again. And then all of a sudden I was like, what? I was like, what the fuck? What? I was like, oh, shit. And I saw his head flapping around and I was like, oh, my days. And he sat down, obviously, and then he ripped it off and threw it. Do you know what I'm going to say? I'm going to say I actually have something to say about this. Yeah, I was pissing, I was laughing, man. Proper laughing. I have something to say about this. My oldest son, he obviously he knows I run a YouTube channel and he knows I'm always into boxing, watching fights and stuff like that. And he's not really into boxing himself, right? But he watched the major fights. He watched all the major fights, major boxing matches and the major UFC. He's a casual. He's a casual. He messaged me one day and said to me, Dad, I said, yeah, what's going on? I said, yeah, I'm all right, man. What are you up to? And he's like, what's going on with that Big Baby Miller's hair? And this was about 3 years ago. I said, what do you mean? He goes, Dad. I said, yeah. He goes, his haircut, he's always got a dodgy haircut. I started laughing. I was like, really? He goes, yeah, man, look at his hair. Listen, look at his fade. He's always got a dodgy haircut. Like, I would think that he could definitely, being from New York, he could definitely find himself a decent barber to cut his hair. So I started to take notice of it. I started to take notice of his hair, like, obviously the haircuts, innit? What's someone saying? Is that what happened to you in North London 2002? I lost someone boxed your opponent off. No. You could do a Google research. Just type in London or North London 2002 crime rate. Just type in the crime rate or anything like that. You'll see what happened. It was a bit of a crazy year, 2002, man. In London. 2002 was a bit of a mad year. Yeah, anyway. So I started watching his hair. I thought to myself, what's he talking about? So I started looking at his haircuts. I was saying to myself, yeah, I mean, you're a fighter, you're earning decent money. I mean, come on, you're a grown-ass man. And I'm looking at the haircuts, and I'm like, I started looking at the Anthony Joshua press conference conferences and all the other, like every time I'm like thinking to myself, this guy never has a fresh cut, like a fresh cut. He never has a fresh cut. So when that happened the other day, the first thing sprung to mind was, I remember what my son said to me a few years back. And then I said to myself, when he started talking, oh yeah, you know, and he made up a story about, I thought I put some shampoo in my head or something like that, and it turned out to be peroxide, and it took my head, you know what I mean? And I was just like, salute to Green Eyes P, shout to you, thanks for showing up to the chat. I was just like, huh? Are you trying to say this just happened recently? Are you for real? Then I started to think about what my son said, and I was like, hang on a second. This guy's always had a dodgy haircut. Because I noticed it's like the sides of here. Listen, I can't talk, man, because I've got no hair myself. It's bald, innit, yeah? But I'm just saying, yeah? I'm just saying, yeah? The side. Because I used to cut hair when I was young. I used to trim. I used to earn a bit of money cutting hair from the age of like 13. You know what I mean? Cut my cousins, friends, stuff like that. Come around my house. I was pretty good at it. I could have been a barber if I wanted to. And I looked and I thought, nah, man, he hasn't got a fade on. The side fade doesn't look good. It doesn't look crisp. It's always like little patchy and it just doesn't look right. Every time I see his hair, I say, bro, your hair just doesn't look right, man. What's going on with your barber? Like, I would say, bro, if I was like one-to-one talking to her, I was like, yo, baby, what's going on, man? You get a haircut, man. You get a proper haircut. And listen, I'm going to get straight to the point now. I think this has been going on for a lot longer than he's letting on. That's all I'm saying. I think he probably lost his hair a while ago. And that thing he's been wearing on his head, he's been wearing for a little while. I reckon maybe a year or so, maybe more. Because he was fading a little bit at one stage. I didn't notice he was fading. So, this might not have been the first time. This might not have been the first time. This might not have been his first rodeo. Let's just say that. Let's just say Andy Ruiz never caught him on the top of the head. Because you know Andy Ruiz likes a punch behind the ear, innit? Andy Ruiz is, he's a bit shorter than Big Baby. He likes to catch you around the back of the ear. That's what he caught Andy Joshua. That's how he basically likes to knock out his fighters. But the other guy, the guy he fought the other day was taller than him and was obviously catching him and rubbing him on his head, and obviously the thing come loose. I would never dream of wearing something like that. Trust me, I wouldn't dream of wearing anything like that. I'd wear a hat. I just about wear a hat. I don't even wear hats, to tell you the truth. This hat's just on the corner of my door. I might wear it sometimes in the summer, but I just leave my hair as it is. I might wear a hood in the winter time, but I don't bother, you know. Turkish barbers, Iranian barbers taught his opponents well. Shout out to boxing fan. Wig Baby Miller. Bigger forward than Drew Titan. Yeah, man. Drew's got to let it go, bro. Drew Titan doesn't have the confidence to cut his hair. So he sits with a hairline all the way back here. He's got a hairline all the way back here. And he's still trying to get a fade around here, and he's got a little ting around here on his head. Because he's not man enough and doesn't have the confidence to shave his head. You know what I mean? Listen. Yeah, man. I'm going to bounce now, man. I've been here for about an hour now anyway. I'm going to bounce. I've got much more to say. Thank you, people, for showing up to the chat. Should we play it one more time? Should we play this thing just before I leave here? We're going to play it one more time, right? Deontay Wilder contradicting himself, yeah, about the suit, right? He contradicts himself about the suit. Just before I leave, we're going to play it. I can see there's a few more people up in there, 16 people. Please smash the like button. It helps the algorithm. And also, it will encourage me to go live more often. Just before I leave, we're going to play it one more time. And you're going to hear Deontay Wilder absolutely contradict himself. If I can find it. Where is it? Shame, I can't find it. Oh, yeah, it's coming up somewhere. Okay.
That we've seen for 40-some plus fights. What do you think happened? Did he hurt you early on that affected you the rest of the way?
No, he didn't hurt me at all. It was from the fact that my uniform coming out, Kevin, was way too heavy for me. I didn't have no legs from the beginning of the fight.
And on top of this, he makes an assertion here.
Deontay Wilder says it was too heavy for his legs. Come on, one more time before I go.
Of Wilder talking about it.
I mean, you knew that he was going to come forward and come at you. He said he was going to fight that way. That wasn't the Deontay that we've seen for 40-some plus fights. What do you think happened? Did he hurt you early on that affected you the rest of the way?
No, he didn't hurt me at all. It was from the fact that my uniform coming out, Kevin, was way too heavy for me. I didn't have no legs from the beginning of the fight.
And on top of this,
There you go. He had no legs. Anyway, enough said. Thank you everyone for showing up.